Hello folks, I'm back and I've been continuing to work on this collage, and so I have not adhered these elements yet because I'm not sure that I want to, but this is what she's looking like these days, and these are the elements that are that I'm not sure about yet. So I'm gonna show you in a minute how what's going on. So I'm gonna put it to a side for a minute because I wanted to show you a way that I make some of my elements, and this is just a magazine page that I can use to put the glitter on. I'm putting some glitter on this. I don't use a lot of glitter, but I felt that silver glitter was kind of what I was looking for in this picture. So I did find my squiggly scissors, and so they cut a very cool kind of uneven edge, which makes for a wonderful seaweed vegetation for my pictures. So I've already cut those, and this is the one of the smaller pieces right now that I'm gonna alter because the color is too light of a green. So I'm hitting it up with some of my oil pastels, and it's this color called Moss, which I really like. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna make sure it's on the side that I see texture, so I really like the texture. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I haven't put gesso or anything on it, but I didn't seem to need any, so I just kind of let it happen. Sometimes we use products because we think we need to use them, but sometimes we don't need to have that expense. So I didn't feel like I absolutely needed that, so I didn't use it. And so now I'm going in with the black because that's going to make that green even darker, which is what I want, because for this picture I want a dark green, and then I can go back with the edges. It's kind of like inking a little bit, but you just go back on the edges here and give it some shadow on the side maybe. So that's a pretty good tone. Maybe I want to add a tad bit of gray. I kind of like the gray, so yeah, that's giving it a more earthy kind of look. I don't know if you could see that on here, but maybe if I lift it up you can. I don't know with the lighting if it's showing that I've darkened it or not, but I think the gray kind of lightened it up a bit, so I'm going to go back in with the black just a tinge and see if that, yeah, that kind of worked. Let me go ahead and add some more of the black and then go back and do the edges a little bit again. So I think this is okay, and so I'm going to cover it with glitter now anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of the Eileen's tacky glue, and I'm just going to spread it there and then spread it with my finger. Make sure it's as smooth as possible, just to make it easier on myself. And I've already got some glitter laying here, so I'm just going to lay it down and kind of pick it up, and so then there we go. I've got glitter now on this puppy, so love that. Okay, so how are we going to use this element along with the other elements? I have not decided whether I want to use these elements or not, and I'll tell you why. I'm kind of going to go in reverse on this a little bit, because here, let me go ahead and put this it right here. And let me organize myself a little bit here so I can try to show this to you. And so I'm gonna lift it up. The elements are not adhered, so they may move around a little bit. Okay, but I really like it because in my mind's eye, I had been thinking about something glittery, mainly because she just looks like she's glittering. And of course there's no glitter up here on the image, but I did feel like I was looking at some, I felt like I needed to put some glitter on this, but again, I'm still debating on it because I'm probably gonna do it, but just to show you why it's not a slam dunk decision for me, I'm gonna take these elements down and show you what's going on with the picture, what I've done with it since the last video. Okay, so hopefully you can see it. It's kind of hard to see a little bit. So yeah, what I've done here since the last time is I went ahead and went in with the black oil pastel so that it kind of matches her body a little bit better. It was kind of overlapping like this far out, and so the black shadow, made that a thinner body, which kind of matched better with the girl. And then I also added more black on this side and on the bottom, just to kind of make it look more cohesive, because if you look at the video before, when you don't have the black here or here, it looks like something is strange. It's like the shadow and the light isn't working. And that's the fun thing about working with black and white and gray for me, is I'm learning a lot about how to work with shadow, with coloring and stuff, and that's exciting. I really think that's super cool. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on with it, and like I said, I really like it just the way it is. But at the same time, I also feel like adding these elements would enhance the picture, and it's kind of more what I was thinking in my mind's eye, that I was like thinking, that it needed something. So I'm probably going to go ahead and adhere that anyway, and I may end up regretting it a little bit, I don't know, but I really like these elements that I made, and I think that when I look at it, I can go either way with it really. And what I'm thinking I might do is I'm gonna go ahead and maybe scan it in like this, or I think I'm gonna take a picture of it and then have a picture of it like this, in case I just want to have a picture of it like this, an image of it like this, and then I think I may go ahead and put those elements on there. And I think maybe once they're adhered, I might can move the paper around a little more, and it'll show better, because it is kind of hard to see what's going on with it unless you're able to move it around because of the glitter and everything. But the only thing that I'm not loving is the corners are too green, still too green for me, even though they're a dark green. So I'm considering going back in there with the gray on that. So anyway, we will see how that ends up, but I think so far there is definitely improvement from the previous video. And yeah, any comments below would be appreciated. Thank you for letting me share this with you, and I hope this will give you some inspiration to get your papers and oil pastels and things like that, if you have them, and start playing with them. So maybe you'll come up with something different that other people haven't thought about. So thank you again, and please subscribe if you have not. It really does encourage me, especially as I'm starting out on YouTube. It really is a help. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you again.